Hi, friends. That go live spinning circle kind of scared me for a minute. It took longer than normal. Anyway, my name's Cheryl Wright. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Northeastern Montana. And tonight we're going to be doing a class featuring the Seaside Wishes bundle. It is so much fun. I don't know why I put it off because it's so much fun. But today's the first day of summer, so why not think about going to the beach and hanging out on the ocean? Hi Nancy, how are you? I'm so glad it's nice and sunny and warm. It was warm here today. We're experiencing a storm coming in, so if I lose you, blame it on the lightning and thunder. Well, not the thunder. The thunder won't do anything. Blame it on the lightning. So, and the wind. Yeah, you know how that goes. Ugh. So I don't think we're in grave danger of anything. So let's get crafting. All right, let me add my other camera and do this. And I don't have it centered very well. I moved my phone holder out of the road when I'm during the week. So that's why I have to adjust it every time. Otherwise, I'd be crafting and hitting my head on everything all the time. So anyway, oh, Nancy, I read your update on Facebook, I think a day or two ago. So I need to bust you out of there. Get that leg feeling better. Okay. I have had a headache all day today. So I was like, oh, trying to get all this put together. But I'm here and we're going to do it. And we're going to be fine. So bundle sale. Extra 10% off all the bundles that are die stamp bundles, including the one we're using tonight. I've been trying to feature a different one every week, or twice a week, actually. The other night, I featured the translucent floral bundle for mystery stamping. But tonight, we're going to feature the Seaside Wishes. The Seaside Wishes is on page 73 in the new annual catalog. And it's a one-page deal, but it's a special bundle because it has the stamp set and the dies, but it also has the hybrid embossing folder. Now, the hybrid embossing folder means you can cut and emboss at the same time, and it is so cool. You can also color at the same time. We'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, this is what we're going to do. And here are a couple samples at the top. You can make some home decor pieces. We aren't making any of those samples today. We're going to try some other ones. I am casing several of them or got the ideas, which sometimes I don't need to case, but today, like I said, my head has just been not feeling well today. So we're going to start with, well, actually, let's talk about this embossing folder for a minute, this whole set. So it's just a regular photopolymer stamp set. So there's not a lot that's new and different about that one. But we have this fantastic, got all those sand dollars. Aren't they fun? I love sand dollars. This fantastic embossing folder that you can use just as an embossing folder, or you can add the die and you put it on the folder and it kind of locks it in place. And then when you run it through the embossing folder, the embossing machine, then you get some fun sand dollars. And they're embossed on both sides. Isn't that cool? These are petal pink. I have a stash of some embellishment, some dies that's over here. But that's what this does. This is a hybrid one, and it is on the special, an extra 10% off, just like the others. And the machines, you would need the large machine to do this, or you will need the large machine to do this one. So this one, the mini wouldn't work for this one. You'd need the big boss, as some people call it. So let's go ahead and get started. I did cut some out just to be ahead of the game. I'm also going to be using the swirly folder, and I don't remember the exact name of it, but I don't need it for this one anyway. So, first up, this is a card I am casing from, kind of casing it from, oh, there's no mark on it. I don't know who did this one. So, I don't know. There's no, it's a picture from Facebook, but I don't know who the artist was that created it. But I'm doing my own thing anyway. So this is a piece of the new Basic Beige. The Basic Beige is not an in color. It's a new neutral that they've added. The ink has kind of a green hue to it, but the beige does not. I've got some paper thread over here. This doesn't really have a green hue to it. And then I have a piece of, and this is just a standard card base. I have a piece of crumb cake that is 5.5 by 3 1/4. And then I have a piece of the designer series paper from the wood one. I don't have the name in front of me. 3 by 5.5. So we're going to start by adding, we're just creating a base. Add this to here. And this is going to go the full length of the card. I need to give myself a little wiggle room, so that's why I used the liquid glue. Let's see what else. So there's that. And then we're going to grab the popular embellishment for the evening is going to be linen thread. It just kind of goes with the oceany feel, I think. So linen thread. And apparently a gem wants to hop on board with us. Those gems are retired, otherwise they would work well with this. So I'm going to wrap this around before I put it on and give myself enough room to tie a bow. I'm not going to use my ribbon scissors. This feels a little thicker than linen thread, so maybe I grabbed the wrong one, but we're going to pretend like it's linen thread. So we're just going to get it out here, put a bow on it. And there we go. So it's a little thicker. I don't know. Linen thread works too. We'll call it linen thread. All right. I'm going to go ahead and snip that off. And then we're going to build. We're going to add some glue. Because this part I want relatively flat. I'm going to keep it to the edges because I may need to move that string around. Wood grain's making it look like it's crooked when it's really not. All right. Then we'll grab a couple. Oh, there they are. I knew I had some close. The long, skinny blocks. Use them as an anchor. All right. Now we're on a roll. Okay. Just to kind of anchor that down for a minute. Now we're going to take a piece of, let's see here. Let me show you how all this good stuff works. Oh, there it is. My Basic Beige is hiding. Let's show you how this all works while that is drying. I'm just going to take a 1/4 sheet of paper. And what I'm going to show you, we're going to take the crumb cake ink. Oh, I forgot to grab it. I'm going to have to stand up. I'm using crumb cake ink just because. Ooh, something's pinching. All right, I don't know. This is supposed to be the right one or not. I'll use that one. Now the embossing folder. This is going to be where we're going to put this. So I'm going to add a little ink on the sand dollars. Just using my blending brush. I'm going to be looking for this, so we're going to set it in a good spot, right? We're going to add this until we get it so it doesn't wiggle. It's stuck in there really good now. I need to move my card out of the road so you can see. Then I'm going to lay this down so it's all covered up. And then remember, you put the fold in first. Just a second. I don't have my machine ready. So with this embossing folder, because it's thick, because it has a die in there, you do need the extra plate, the 4. So you need 1 and 4. And we're going to run it through. And do I have my... There we go. Make sure my volume is set correctly. And then it just puts a hint of the color on the sand dollars. You can make it darker or lighter. So just added just a hint of color with the crumb cake. And there you go. It cut out the 3 sand dollars, front and back. Let me show you the difference between having the ink on them and the ink not on them. It's not significant, but it's a little bit. So this one has a little ink on it. You can't see it on the camera quite as well, but there's just a little more texture. Where's a bigger one? This is one of the larger ones. This one has ink. This one does not. So, see? All right. So we'll put these over here. I want to get my inked ones. And I could have made the ink darker. I could have used a darker color. I could have done a lot of things. It also leaves some little sandy blips. Oh, good job, Glenda. I'm glad. And yes, for keeping an eye on the spotlight for nature. As soon as I went in to look at something today and I thought, oh, I need to check on that. So for all of you, if you're interested in the Spotlight on Nature set that has been on back order pretty much since the bundle sale started, get it now before it's gone. Okay, there we go. So that is down. And I was like, okay, how do I get a hold of Glenda? Oh, I think I have her email. So that's what I did. So I'm just going to kind of layer these on. I had a hair on it. And I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. I also cut out some, I don't know what these are. Are they anemones? I'm not. I live on the prairie, so I don't know how all the sea stuff is. It's like maybe a white. Add a little white. So let's start building. We're going to add a couple things. There's our dimensionals. That's why I put this down flat, is because I knew I was going to add some dimensionals. Yes, the Spotlight on Nature has been a very, very popular bundle. Hi, Becky. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'll put this one here. And I did do some, I just cut them out. I did not emboss them. So you can use the die also just as a regular die to cut out shapes. And I thought I might use one of these for the sentiment, because sometimes you don't want a bumpy spot for a sentiment. So we might just go with that. All right. Ugh, like I said, I've had a headache all day. It's one that's been in my, it's even in my ears. I think it's the barometric pressure. That would not be unusual for me at all. So we have a storm that's building. You can see how gray it is outside. It should be blue sky and sunny, but it's cloudy and thundery. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Then I'm going to put this one behind it. So I'm going to kind of cheat a little. Oh, Glenda, you are one of the ones that I needed to, we're going to remind me about something that I've got started. Anyone who places an order, I have to get my cheat sheet out. I'm doing a summer shopping spree. So anyone who places an order with me during June, July, and August is going to get their name on, oh, I got my shopping spree over there. I can't see it right now. You get your name in for a drawing, and at the end of August, I will draw for a $50 shopping spree with me. So you can get an entry for every $25 of an order that you get with me, or you can send me a card, but you can only do that once. You know what? You can do it once a month. If you want to send me a card, my address is at the bottom of my emails, my newsletter emails. So sign up for my emails. Hi, Anna. So that's my big news. I'll show you my board if I remember it afterwards. I was going to show it at the beginning and I got a little flustered. My family's all upstairs watching old movies. We got a video adapter so that we can watch some of the old movies from when they were kids. And so all I could hear was my own voice from 15 years ago. That did not help the headache. All right. I don't know if I want to put one of these on as a sentiment. We might just go with a scrap. Maybe a white scrap. All right. We're scrapping. Your friendship is a gift. Ooh, that one almost didn't make it. That's the one I need. Oh. Some classes I struggle with getting it together. And this one has come together so nicely. I think it's because the products really are just fun products. All right, this one I think I'm going to use, I'll just use black. Thought about using early espresso, but we'll just use black. I don't think, I could try crumb cake. Oh, where's my scrap paper? I think I need to get a new scrap paper. This one's getting pretty beat up. All right. I think this should fit. It's not going to fit. Okay, so we're moving to a different scrap. Wonder how it would work in this new punch. Actually, that would work really well. Okay. New plan. I don't know if I did it over far enough. Oh well. I'm going to close this before I stick my finger in it like I did last week. Or like I did yesterday or whenever that was. All right. Ooh, I got it just right. All right. I do like this one in the punch. I have the dies and I haven't not used the dies yet. Maybe that's a bundle, but it's a die bundle and you can get it on sale right now. All right. Let's see here. I don't know where I like it. Well, I think it's a little too white. So we're going to take the crumb cake and just give it a little more of a rustic edge. There. Ooh, I like that better. Okay. So we're just going to tuck this up here. Maybe. Maybe we'll tuck it in here next to the bow. There you have it. We will cluster it in there. Okay, I have a couple of these. And then I'm just going to put, oh, I did that wrong. Dang it. Oh, well, that end's going to be skinnier. I do like dimensionals because I can get them off if I need to. All right, so I want it at the top. So the bottom's just going to be tucked in. There we go. There we have it. Get it in there again. See where it fits. Adjust my twine. I'm going to have to lay a block on that. And I think we're kind of done with that one. We could find some bling to go with. Ooh. I think these are still current? I know, I have to look it up all the time. Actually, I could just look in the catalog. That might be better. So the gems are, I need to clean out my gem tub. Oh, they're not in here. Oh, are those? Nope, they're not in here. So they could be an online exclusive only though. All right, we're just going to stick it in there and see what it says. Because I think they'd be pretty. Oh, I might have some other ones that we can use though. Probably, chances are good. We'll just stick it in the search bar. Oh, I'm not supposed to be using my internet, remember? We'll see what we get. Hot flat adhesive back pearls. I think some pearls in the ocean. They are current. They must be online exclusive only or something. Oh, your friendship is the best gift. We'll do some pearls, some little ones. And I'm just going to stick with little on this card. I tuck one under here a little bit. There you go. There is card number 1 for today. Hi, Jean. Oh, this bundle is wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Glenda said the sand dollars look pretty real. We used to collect them from the ocean around Fort Myers Beach. So I have a little box of them stored away. Oh, I've collected them, but they've never made it all the way home because they broke the last time I was in California, actually. I do have some on my Christmas tree that I got when I lived back on the East Coast. Somebody painted on them, so they're on my Christmas tree every year as Christmas ornaments. So thanks, Becky. All right, so there's card number 1, and I don't know who to credit because I did case some of these because my head was pounding and I was not feeling very creative. But there's no name on the picture on Facebook. So I don't know who to give the credit to. Mine's a little different, but you might see one similar on Pinterest. So there's card number 1. All right. Card number 2 is going to be a fun one. They're all fun, right? Oh, no. Could you have soaked them in bleach or something? I don't know. I don't know what to do there. So this is I'm going to use this folder. This folder is called, I don't know what color. It's the swirly folder. Embossing folders. Are they in here? Embossing folders, page 129. I don't know the names of all the products yet. 11 So Swirly. This is the So Swirly embossing folder. So we're going to start with a piece of white, thick cardstock. And you're going to be seeing a lot of thick white cardstock because some fool, before the prices went up, ordered several packs of white cardstock trying to save some money. However, she didn't realize she had ordered all thick cardstock. That would be me. So we have a lot of thick cardstock to get through. All right, so standard card base, we're just going to fold it and crease it. This card is going to go this way. Now we're going to take this piece of Pool Party and run it through the machine. This is a massive, you could almost do your whole card in this one. Almost. Pretty darn close. But we're not going to. We're just going to we're just going to do this. This card, Laura Siki, is the one that inspired this card. Oh, there was some thunder. Did you hear that thunder? My family is doing very nice upstairs with the TV. They were quite loud before I got started. All right, I need what recipe? Embossing folders 133 because this is very, very thin and flimsy. So I just need the 2 clear plates and the base plate for this piece. And this one, of course, you would need the big embossing machine on this one. But it is 10% off. I've never seen the machines be on sale. And you can't put them in a starter kit. Well, the big one you can't. Look at that. Isn't that fun detail? Doesn't it look like it's waves? That's what we're going for. So we're going to add this to the card front. with some glue. This, you can't even tell which side's supposed to be which. So while that is drying, we're going to do some more embossing. Ooh. So if you place an order of $35 or more, I will send you the card kits. I will send you all the pieces and parts. I cannot send the stamping. So for this, I would send you most of those pieces. I couldn't put the ink on there. I couldn't do that, but I could send you all the pieces and parts. So some kits are a lot easier, of course, for me to build than others. All right, this is going this way. I keep telling myself that. All right, we're going to need a piece of the paper from the Through the Thoughtful Journey pack. So we're going to take a piece of the Thoughtful Journey paper. Aren't those pretty? We're going to take one of these. I picked out this one because it's got some of the colors. And actually, I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to cut a chunk of it off. I know. I don't know if this is how Laura did it, but this is what triggered my brain to create for you, with you, for you, whatever. So then we're going to put this piece into here. Now I've got some crumb cake. Actually, I'm going to leave the crumb cake on there. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. So I'm going to put that in and emboss it. All right. And this is the thick folder. So this one, we need the base plate 1 and 4, the specialty plate. I wanted to show you that you could use this folder without using the die in it. It can just be a regular folder. So now look at all those. They're gorgeous. But now we're going to chop it up. I know, you heard me right. I said we're going to chop it up. So I want pieces that are about, I don't know. We're just going to chop. So let me see. I would like, so this is about 6. So we're going to do 2-inch chunks. And then we're going to make this one a little smaller. There's no rhyme or reason on this one, in my opinion. I didn't trim that much off. And this one a little smaller. And this one a little smaller. Because I don't need that much of them. We need the pool party. Ooh, I got lucky pool parties right in front of me. Hi, Sonia. I am doing well. My headache I've had all day seems to slowly be going away. I don't, like I said, I told everybody earlier, it's probably the barometric pressure. I have issues with that, and there's been a storm building and rolling in for hours. So I'm going to use, oh, maybe I'm not. I was going to use, oh, I know I made white ones. Where are they? They were the first ones I made. Well, that just means I get to make more. Huh. It's okay. I'm going to make more. That's just wild. I know I made white ones, but apparently I did not. So here we go. We're going to make some more. This time we're going to add, so this is water-based paint, right? So you just grab your chamois and just wipe the paint up. Wash the Take the die out. The only paint that's not is like the Memento. That's not water-based. I mean, yes, it is water-based. Stays on. That's not water-based. Okay. We're going to take the pool party and I'm going to just put a little, and you could do this after the fact too, but we might add more. And then where's my die? Oh, they must have taken a break because the TV's back on. I just heard it come back on. She's probably watching me, wondering if I say something on video. All right. Now I'm going to run this through with the 1 and the 4 again. I did not get my plates stacked very well. They were crooked all the way through. Ooh, had a little water on them from my dirty mat. My dirty chamois kind of made them a little grungy. That's all right. We're going to use them anyway. We'll just add a little more color. I think we're only going to use one anyway. Just trying to bring out the dimension of that. There we go. Okay, I did do another little whatever sea creature this is. So these are our pieces. And I might have to trim these a little bit more. We're just going to put these on kind of randomly. I am going to chop them a little bit more. So they're 2 inches wide and we're going to make them, I'm going to make them 3 inches wide, or 2 inches by 3. There. Now we know what we're looking for. 2 by 3. And 2 by 3. This is very artsy fartsy, in my opinion. So we're going to add this one. Actually, I'm going to kind of curl it. Kind of give it a little dimension, like the sea. I know. I could mess up the edges a bit. Pair of scissors. As long as I don't catch it too much. Do a little texturing. You know, make it look fancy. I told you this one's kind of artsy fartsy. The next one's a fun fold. So, but you know what makes them go fast is when you don't have a whole bunch of coloring. I do like my coloring. All right. Just give it. Should have cut him with my old blade. Boy, that thing was getting dull. So we'll just rub, just kind of add a little. Ooh, that's pretty back here too. Okay, now we're going to add these. And we're going to put one of them at the top. And I think I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus because it's got some dimension. There we go. And then we're going to put, we'll do this one. So if you're hanging out on Pinterest and you see one that looks similar to this one, you'll know where I got my idea. But mine's a lot different actually than hers. But now you know where I go for my ideas. And actually, I go there and pin my own stuff sometimes too. All right, I don't want it exactly matchy. So there we have kind of our card base. Then we're going to add this. Let's see if we like this side better. Without the dirty. I didn't realize that was going to give it such a dirty yuck. I should have, because my chamois is very dirty. So I should have known on white paper. I like that's better. And you can't really tell that it was the back of it. So we're going to add this. Should have kept that out. We're going to add this. Some dimensionals. I always reach to the left, but I've moved it to the right during my process. Woe is me. And anybody have any big plans for the weekend? I'm talking a lot today. I am going back home to my hometown with my daughter in tow. And we're gonna have a girls' weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. A couple of my cousins are coming, and my sister's gonna be there. And I don't know how to glue this. I should have ran this through with some sticker sheet, adhesive sheet. There you go. All right, actually, did that come off? Tuck some of that in. I don't want it to mess with my edge. I want it to be able to go in an envelope. All right. And we are going to just use a scrap of paper. And what sentiment should we use for this one? You absolutely made my day. The simplest things mean the most. Oh, I was going to use that. Simplest things mean the most. I want a seashell. And I'm going to white one for the sentiment. That's what I was going to do. I still think I should have had white ones around. So I only need one, so I'm just going to run it through like this. I only need this little one to stamp on. Oh, I have an embossing folder in there. There's always crafter math. We are getting rain. We need some sunshine to go with the rain. We don't complain about the rain around here. You know, dryland farming, you're thankful for every drop you get because it could stop tomorrow. But we could use a little sunshine between the two. That would make it even better. I hope this is going to fit now. The simplest things. Oh, that was on there. Good. That will be perfect. Look at that. Okay. And I think I'm going to stick with, we're going to try this. If I have to cut another one or flip it over, we will. Scrap paper. Yeah, we're going to stick with that. All right. I don't think that was scrap paper. It was way too clean for it to be my scrap paper. There we go. Ooh, my card's getting way off in the tulies. There we have that one. And we're going to put this one on. I have some adhesive that's sticking through. That's all right. It's fine. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Ooh. Oh, it's raining and blowing. Raining and blowing. They haven't told me to get off the internet and head to the cellar yet, so we must be fine. It's a little blurry. Uh-oh. Hi, Shirley. Somebody probably walked in with their internet on. I can give them the word in a minute here. It might. Let me see what my people are saying. Huh. Let's see here. I am texting my family because there seems to be more and more of them walking in the door. We'll see if that helps. All right. Then I think on this one, we're going to use, we'll tie a bow. And I'll use some of the white. At that pool party, we'd go all over that one. But I think we'll just use the white. I might have to tack my edges down here. And tie a bow. I know, my poor family. Nobody can be on the internet when I'm doing videos. And you'd think, 2 hours a week wouldn't be bad, but it always seems to be the time when they would like to use it too. Oh, the joys of living in rural America. Lots of joys and not a lot of internet. Thank you. Remind me to show you my summer shopping spree that I'm doing with everyone. You get an entry for every $25 ordered from me. And I will draw for a $50 shopping spree with me at the end of August. It's a summer fun. Thanks for being my customer. You can also enter by sending me a card, and my address is at the bottom of my emails. So sign up for my emails. Go to my Linktree link that's in the description and sign up for my emails. And my address is at the bottom. And you get an entry for your card. Like I said, one a month, one for June, one for July, one for August. So you can have 3 free entries. I understand if you're a demonstrator, you don't want to probably purchase from me. But anyway, okay, it took me that long to make my bow. Just tuck it up in there. Then I need my, and then we're going to use several of these things again. The next card that I'm casing is copy and share everything is a friend of mine. We do swaps, and this is her card from the swap. My third card is. So hers was very easy to case because I had the actual card and I didn't have to try to think about what it was trying to tell me. Now I'm going to stick a glue dot under this little edge right here. I don't mind it looking like it's up, but I don't want it to be really for real. There. All right. I don't know if we might bling this one up too a little bit. Could use some of those. They are the new in color ones. So I know they're current, and we could probably get away with a couple of them. Like, I think Summer Splash could easily go with Pool Party. So yeah. Anyone else have fun things? Thank you. A little blurry. I hope it got better. I gave the word and my people had to shut things off upstairs. They don't understand how much their YouTube watching sucks the internet. So there we have it. I think I will take, a lot of times I think of putting Winkostella on after I'm done with the camera, but I think I might put a little Winkostella on this. Give it just a little more sparkle, a little more jazz it up a little bit. All right, there's card number 2. Card number 2. So if you're just joining me, here's card number 1 and here's card number 2. And next up is card number 3. And card number 3, I need to take those upstairs. All right, card number 3. Oh, I did need this piece. So this is 8.5 by, not 8.5, excuse me, 4.25 by 11 is where it started. And then I chopped 2 3/4 off. So, all right. We're going to take this piece. And I told you earlier that you could do a lot of your card in this. So we're actually going to run this piece through here. Got to make sure you don't get it all the way up to the fold, or it won't run through. But look at that. I slide it over. We're going to get it all. All right. And this takes the 1 and the 3 plate. The 1 and the 2 3s, excuse me, because it's super skinny. My guess is my one son just walked in the door and his phone jumped on the internet. And as soon as he realized, he got off. So, my poor family. The sacrifices they have to make. All right. So I had this scored at 5.5. And after you run it through the machine, it does take a minute to, you can kind of see it still, but it tries to put its own little spin on it. So 11 by 4.25, scored at 5.5, and then you cut the 2 3/4 off the end. All right. Now I did this. This was a similar fun fold that I did a couple weeks ago or earlier, last week maybe. Yeah, last week with the soda pops. All right, this one is going to be stamped on. So we're going to use the crumb cake. This piece, here are my piece measurements. This piece is 3.25 by 4.5. Sometimes I get them down, sometimes I don't get them written down. And we're going to use this little sandy chunk stamp. It's not a sandy chunk, it's a sandy stamp. I really haven't used my stamps very much as far as the sand dollars. And I need a, so I'm going to just stamp around my edge. Because that's all you're going to see. My friend Marcy is a beautiful designer. I know. I don't know why I turned it around. It just felt like the thing to do. Oh, look at that. I got a thumbprint in there. You know what? That's okay. We're going to cover that up anyway. So I will get my finger out of stamping way. Ooh, there was a good thunder. Still have power though. Knock on. I don't know if I have any wood. Knock on wood. I will also be giving other opportunities to earn participation in my shopping spree. It should be fun. All right, so there's that piece. This piece is going to go into the card. And because it's got all the ridges and bumps, I am definitely going to use a good, strong glue. Good, strong adhesive. This should have the border going all the way around it. There's that piece. Now we're going to take, I got to think for a minute. This piece goes on there. This piece and this piece are the same. Okay, this is the piece I need. This piece I'm going to run through the machine, and I'm only going to emboss part of it. So, wish me luck. I'm going to put it in that much. And that's as far as I'm going to emboss it. Just for a little fun. Because that's what my friend Marcy did. All right. I'm going to regret moving all these over there. Okay, I'm letting the paper hang out a little bit because I really don't want it to go all the way through the machine. So I'm going to get it so I can't see the paper anymore. And then I'm going to wheel it back out the same way it went in. Just so I don't get that crease across it. Well, you're going to really like this one too. See? There we go. See, I didn't go far enough for that paper. Then we're going to put this on the inside. Of the card. My friend is very good at doing the insides of cards. Sometimes, like the last two, I haven't shown you how I would finish the inside of the card. So there you go. You just have a little more texture once you get it inside. That is the inside of our card. Pretty fun, isn't it? So this is where we're going to build the outside of our card. And this piece I'm going to put in the machine to emboss it. And I'm pretty much copying her card. Pretty much. Well, I think, nope. Where do I want that? I'm trying to think where I want it. You know what? It's fine wherever it is. Oh, I had that dirty rag in there. I have a paper towel here I should have used in the first place to avoid that other problem that we had. So I have a paper towel and regular water. Wash it, dry it with a clean towel this time. Silly me. All right. Then I'm just going to lay it in there. How did she? I'm trying to figure out how she laid it in there. Must have had it maybe this way. Oh, we'll call it good. Okay. I'm running it through. I'll show you her card when we're done. It'll look similar to mine, but you know. All right. So then this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And this piece is the small crumb cake. So 3 1/4 by 4 No. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. This is 3 1/4 by 4.5. I know. Place an order and I'll send these to you. I'll send all the pieces and parts. None of the stamping. I cannot do any of the stamping. It does not want to line up well for me. All right. It's quiet. I don't know if it's this calm before the storm, during the storm, whatever. Okay, and we're going to take one of our white ones that got yucky. It'll be fine. Do they all get yucky? Oh, I did find white ones. Right. They were hidden. Oh, they were hidden with these card pieces. So I'm actually going to use this one and put it maybe here. Do I want to cover that? I might want to cover that. Oh, it's too pretty to cover. It can be one underneath in the sand. I'm just going to use glue dots since they're here. And take your pick tool. But they're hard to control sometimes. I have a glue dot on my ceiling and I've had it there for some time. And I really don't wonder how it got up there because I know it was one of those. It was gone. All right. Now I'm going to see if that is my linen thread, or if I have a different linen thread. Just felt thicker. That one doesn't even look like linen thread. That one looks like linen thread. I don't know. Linen thread is awesome, and I usually have a whole bunch of it. That's linen thread. The other stuff was baker's twine. Okay. So we're going to tie this around here. I'm going to use most of mine up. I think I have more over in my bucket. So it's around twice on the top and tie a bow. I have too much linen thread here right now. I liked it better when it came on the board as opposed to on the spool. But I can make it not be curly. All you have to do is just take your thumb and pull it out. That is not a wart. It is a stray embellishment. Same thing there. All right. Now I'm going to slide this over to the edge. I'm going to do my best to slide this over to the edge. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to add this to the here. But we want to add it so that it covers up this bottom piece. Okay. So I think we'll use a strip of this here and a strip of that there. So I had 2 chunks of adhesive there. And then we're going to get it all lined up with the one underneath. Make sure it's all where it's supposed to be before we push down. There we go. We will get rid of some of these tails. My bow might be a little big, but it's fine. See, isn't her card gorgeous? All right, now we are going to take a strip and my boho blue ink pad. And I'm realizing I did not use these, and I didn't use the starfish that I cut out. So there's so many more things you can make with this stamp set. I hope you get the opportunity. Oh, I'm glad I made you laugh. I can show you a picture of it. It's right up there. I couldn't figure out what it was for the longest time, and then I was like, yeah, glue dot. I find, these everywhere. I even found one in the toilet one time. No clue. The things to the dimensionals. But yeah, when I found the glue dot on my ceiling, I just had to laugh. So I'm picking up that. That is not scrap paper. This is the scrap paper. Ooh, marvelous. All right. I think this is a straight piece. I hope it's a straight piece. You absolutely made my day. Now, I'm going to use my trimmer. I'm also going to close this. And I don't know if I'm going to do this extra step that she did. But I will show you what she did. All right. Now to do it this way. So when I'm doing this, I'm trying to get it just right. And then I always put my blade at the bottom. So when I'm pushing, it holds the paper in place. Ta-da! There we go. Now it's barely going to fit. So I want it to be, you know what? I'm not even going to trim it. I'm going to put it on there and then I'm going to trim it with scissors because that would be the smarter way to go. And as long as I had this out, I used this. There you go. Then we're going to flip this over, trim it there. So this is my friend Marcy's card. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so this is what she did. She cut out the absolutely. And her boho blue is a little bit lighter than my boho blue, but that's okay. So this is her card, my card, fun cards. That was from a swap. She is a demonstrator in Washington. Oregon. They're right on the border there. So that's my class tonight. So we have all this fun with the Seaside Wishes Stamp Set. There you go. Oh, I know, Shirley. I hear ya. She said she didn't think she needed this bundle, but after seeing the cards, she might need to get it. I'm with you. It took me a minute to really embrace. I mean, I love the ocean, but living on the prairie in Montana, did I really have a use for these? Yes, I do. I absolutely love them. Love, love, love them. So I might have to figure out a bling or something. This looks a little plain to me. It didn't look plain when I opened Marcy's, but I might have to find some bling. You know what would work really well with that? Are the coffee ones, maybe. And of course, it's always the ones that I'm thinking about in my head. Well, maybe. I don't know. I want something that would blend a little bit. I don't think those would blend. But the coffee ones would blend. Yeah, we're going to use some of the coffee ones. And I know they're current. And for those of you who are interested that missed it earlier, Spotlight in Nature in bundle is available, and you can go order it now. Then you can get a little, you can get a entry into, or two, into my summer shopping spree. This works really well. There. Now it's a little less boring. And these are the coffee gems. Adhesive backed speckle dots. They go with the coffee suite. Use the starfish. There you go. I could put a starfish. I might want to stamp on it. That one might be overwhelming. I might use the little one. Might have to make one. Very fun. All right. Oh, let me show you my board. So for every $25, I think I put $25. I have notes. Entry for every $25 that you spend with me. And your name will go on a little shopping bag. And this is the shopping spree board made with the Attention Shoppers bundle, which is another bundle you can order on the 10% off. So, and they've just got little magnets. This is a board that is from the Magnetic Board Celebrate Today Magnetic Board. It's a kit. And it's got a magnetic board. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to use that. So I made my shopping carts yesterday. Got it all ready. So for every order, or if you send me a card in June, July, and August, this is what you can, this is where your name will be. So I'll just keep it over there and you guys can watch it hopefully fill up. So thank you for crafting with me tonight. It was a very fun class. I'm going to go up and eat supper. Oh, I lost my starfish. But actually up close, it doesn't really need a lot more. But, oh, there you have it. There you go. So thanks for joining me tonight. And always, and I'll see you next Tuesday for mystery stamping. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Good night.